I loved burning my brother's stuff. I used to light up his model cars he had made, and the model trains and the model planes. They all went off in a really big fireball. But one day my parents said that my brother was going to move to the room next door. In there, he got to work making cheese. I wanted to be in there while he was gooning. My brother says, no good, I wasn't getting anywhere. So I had an idea. I decided to torch my brother's room. He wouldn't have a room of his own anymore. So that night, just out of sight of anyone looking, I started to flick kerosene in through my brother's bedroom door. Yes! And maybe someone would see it, but I didn't care. I had to make my brother's room go up in flames. Just then, my dad popped his head round the corner. What's that you're doing? I said, I was trying to set fire to Brian's room. So go on. I'd love to torch his dangerous cave. My dad says to me, good thinking. I can't stand Brian, but at least bedroom. Don't just burn themselves down, you know. Use this. Direction. Wow. So I took the direction and threw it into my brother's bedroom. And of course, my brother comes running. He stood there, staring at his burning bedroom. Then I said, Brian, your room is broken. He pointed at it. What's that, he said? It's a really big fire in your bedroom. Good night, Brian. Nice.
Report, Agent.
Oh, hi. Hi.
I thought you were in Hong Kong. Jesus Christ, JC.
What the hell? It's Denton.
He's here.
I got this one.
Listen, I have to drop something.
Don't shoot, I surrender.
Maybe you should try getting in a body bag. This guy's just a rookie. What the heck?
Oh, jeez!
That's over the line. What did I just tell you? We won already. Report back to base.
To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the ball pain started. I was still in a sleazy basement across the river on the Jersey side. I knew what waited inside. A beautiful waifu, body pillow, and an endless supply of week-old game. Girl, bath, water, game, dream come true. Honey, I'm home. I walked straight in. The smell hit me like a point-blank shot straight in the penis. The sickly sweet air inside made you gag. I had been spending a lot of time getting intimate with my right hand. I couldn't remember when I had last seen the sun. Suddenly, that small voice inside my head started to whisper they should be gooning. I wanted to go 15 rounds with my monster boner. I could tell when I was outgunned. I'd have to smoke crack. It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey. I had known there'd have to be a catch in it somewhere, and this one was the cocaine. The monkeys eating my brains. I'd never had a chance. The thought of Jack Lupino's nasty toes had already slipped in my head. I was coming for him. I had broken my game chair. I fell.
Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
I woke up in a bad dream. The letter was staring at me. There was something disturbingly familiar about the disturbing letter before me. The handwriting was all disturbing curves.
You're in a beauty, Max.
The truth was a burning green fish through my brain, washing the crack away. X-rated picture of looking at bait girls, glimpsed out of the corner of my eye. Endless repetition of the act of gooning, time slowing down to show off my balls. The paranoid feel of someone controlling my every word, turning Max Payne into another big-time gooner. I was in a cute mood. Funny as hell, it was the most horrible thing I could think of. Slowly, the green nightmare faded. I woke up sweating with headphones on, sick to the bone, lying in a puddle of my own spunk. I hadn't asked for this crap. It suddenly got worse. I had come on my waifu, body pillow leaving stains that would never come off.
No!
There was nothing I could do. I released my finger from the waifu, body pillow. And then
May. A woman called May used to lick my balls sometimes. Her husband was a great big cuck, and he loved watching me drilling his wife right in the middle of her little pinky. And it went like this. I'm drilling for oil, yeah. Fantastic. And he could boom with both hands. Fantastic. We used to meet up on the bus, and that's when we get into really big trouble with the bus conductor. He was very displeased with us lot dogging on the 842 Tamworth Hempstead. He said there weren't going to be any more public transport orgies. So sad. Such a sad, sad place.
Agent. Oh, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Jesus Christ, JC.
Self-digestion. Me and my brother, we sit up in bed doing my dad's really strong bath salts. I go first, take a deep breath, snort a bit. And there's my brother, he's doing the same. Suddenly, I hear the funny voice of the gods inside my head going. And I said, Brian, I want to eat myself. So he goes, well, you can't. That's not physically possible. Brian, I want to engage in self-boring. I've got to do it. So here goes. In goes a bit of Michael Rosen finger in, eat it. Oh, in the mouth. It was lovely. Then onto the rest of me. Dig in. So now I get some pepper and put a few grains on my flesh till it's spicy. Then into the mouth. Nice. And so it went on. Trouble was, I just couldn't eat my own head. That's a shame.
Now you may lick my fingers. I'm coming. Yay! Hooray for me! I'm gonna try this too!
That's no good.
We went to this cafe. And I had loads to eat. I had cod and chips, apple pie, jam roly-poly, trifle, jelly, strawberry ice cream, 48 pizzas and 50 Hollywoods. I was really looking forward to it. A great big dirty poop when suddenly it appeared. The bill and the woman put it down in front of my dad. His eyes pop out. He turned to us lot and said, I've got no money. Anyone want to do a run? Mum said yes. And straight away we were out the door. Whoosh!
Today we're delighted to be joined by horrible, horrible people. Everything's 100% stupid as we announce historic steps to make America the garbage can for the rest of the world. By the time I leave this office, I'd rather talk about, some nonsense about autism. Biden gave us autism. He gave us so much autism, the biggest autism number ever in history. The kind of number that we're hearing where it's 1 in 32 or 1 in 30-10, because I've heard 1 in 10 and 30-12. That's too big a number. I told them this is what we have to reduce the number of autistic children by 1,000%. As you probably heard, I always had very strong feelings about children. I mean, I've been so into children sexually. I see that gorgeous boy, and I feel my incredible heart on it. But when you say it, you get attacked. That's establishment stuff, and we've been reading that about a lot of things. I was saying it with Bobby. Wait till the baby is 12 years old. And I don't know, the word got out, and I wouldn't say that people were very understanding of where we were. First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that.
A few moments later.
Acetamol.
6.5 hours later.
Acetamil. That's
1 eternity later.
Tylenol. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. Who the hell knows what it is? I think you shouldn't take it. Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. We've studied it. We think Tylenol is essentially liquid autism. I call it the autism pill or the autism drug. Don't take Tylenol. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. Don't take other of the medicines. Don't do it. Just tough it out with the fever and die. There's no downside to doing it. dead people have essentially no autism. No autism. I heard none. Is that a correct statement? You'll be dead. It won't be as easy, maybe. But to me, that's nothing compared to autism. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. For this reason, all pregnant women should talk to their doctors for more information about limiting the use of pregnancy while pregnant. So ideally, you don't take 9 months to born, and then the baby. 9 months is a long time. These babies, they're long born, and all of a sudden they develop the autism fever. I don't see it, but I think it's very bad. And you shouldn't give the child a Tylenol every time he goes and is born. And you shouldn't give a Tylenol to that born child. If you do it, bad things. I'm telling you, in California, they make the autism horse. They get a vat of 80 different Tylenols, and they pump it in. They pump so much stuff into that little fragile horse. It's too much liquid going into that beautiful little horse. It's fried. They get fried. And now the horse is more than 400% autistic. I don't even know structurally if a country can afford it. And on the vaccines, we want no mercury in the vaccine. We want no aluminum in the vaccine. We want no vaccines in the vaccine. This is based on what I feel. There's nothing more important than me. So I'd like to ask Bobby to get up to the podium and say a few words.
The many are strong! Join us! Go!
Thank you very much, Bobby.
Now you may lick my fingers. I'm coming. Yay! Hooray for me!
I'm gonna try this too!
That's no good.
Even more strict. We had a teacher who was so strict you weren't allowed to use oxygen in her lessons. She used to stand out the front going, "No," or "Dibble, breathing. I don't want to hear any respiration noises. Do you understand?" So we go, "Oh, yeah, yeah." So there we all were, sitting in our rows, behind our desks, breathing really loud. That really winds her up. She says, "Right, that's enough, class 6. If you don't stop taking the piss, you're going to be in for a really big knife in your head." But my friend Haribo was still huffing away at full volume. And then that really does it. Our teacher pulled out this really big knife and throws it at Haribo so he'll get it right on the jugular veins. And there was Haribo stuck on his side on the top of the desk lid, throat open, eyes staring. No survival. We're all crowding round, dead quiet, going, "Blimey, is it working?" we said. "Is he going to hell?" No answer from Haribo. What's up with that? My mum's big got tree. When my mum sees brown people, she says, "Go back to where Jack came from." They say, "I can't, the Israel wouldn't let me. I'm Palestinian." Yeah, do you know, this joke got dark really fast. But plumb, I'm in the middle of a wrestle with my brother and I find my face right up close to his balls. Oh no! The moment I dread when I was breathing in my brother's scrotum. Ow! Horrible. In a weedy little voice I screamed, "Get off me!" And he said, "Oh no, it's teabag time, Michael." And it went on for 3 hours, and all the time my brother is not taking any prisoners. Then I said, "Okay, show time." I had to reach up to get to my brother's sack. Got it. Then I tied it up with this really long bit of string, and then I start the twisting. My brother is begging for mercy, but I don't give him any. Suddenly, my brother's ball sack fell off and died. He starts up an awful yelling and crying. Everyone in the cafe looked round. "What's that?" "Oh, yeah, that's the castration." "Oh, yeah, that's the castration, all right." And my dad says, "I can't take you to anywhere, can I?" Headfish. On Monday, my dad woke me up. Wake up, he shouts, "Your goldfish tastes awful." I rushed over to the tank, and there was my dad's head empty. No thoughts. Licking my rich goldfish. And then that really does it. His eyes trip out again and again, really fast.
Fantastic.
I tried to talk to him. "Hey, you got a mouth in the end of your nose, you know." Then I said, "Who do you mean way?"
Me and the granny old one live the arts. We join ourselves together 24 hours from now.
What do you want then?
Your flesh, join us, Michael.
No, don't want to.
Understandable, but nice.
Manderley's blowing his top. You better go see him on the double.
Yeah, take your op bonus. What?
Forgive my interruption. I have some bad news. The ladies' bathroom. It's not too pretty in there.
No shit. What the hell happened in there?
I was rerouting Agent Navarro's copper wiring with my augmentation canister. I think you know what I mean. We're getting closer. I'm about to pull out.
How unprofessional.
I find that hard to believe.
Agent Navarro was out of line. She got me to disobey orders. She was revving her nasty boobies in the bathroom. I had no choice.
You're digging your own grave. Some very important officials have become nervous.
Does that mean I don't get the job?
They're sending you to Hong Kong.
Hold on, I'm pretty loaded right now. I have to drop flat on my back for at least 20 hours.
Time. It's dad time. And we're sitting at the table. And my dad is telling me 9/11 jokes. Trouble was, they were plain awful.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer.
Teachers sometimes ask me, what's the best way to melt steel beams? And one of the ways I answer is to suggest that the first thing to do is to throw some big jet energy at the bitch. Whoosh! Once a boy called Mark came to school and said, I can make New York landmarks vanish. It wasn't one of his tricks. The plane trip. Mum says, right you two, this is a short plane journey into the big towers and I can't land the plane properly. I think you know what I mean. Kaboom! I said I don't want to play Jenga with the World Trade Center. That's really dangerous, you know. So everyone said, shh, and off we go. And then we start the terrible. And Mum tries to be exciting. Look out the window. There's our target. And there they were. 2 buildings. They were both filled up with all kinds of people. So here goes. In goes a bit of aeroplane. Look for the other planes. You'll probably find it in the other tower. You'd hear them going down behind you. Kaboom! Kaboom! Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come you're not dead? I don't know.
What's up, people? It is your boy here. I'm back in what might be described as an unhelpful, extremely damaging YouTube. It all started in 2017 because of a very real attempt by me to dare to write a catastrophe of Harry Potter fanfic entitled 50 Shades of Dolores Umbridge, which essentially consists of the words, punish me, mother, I'm a reprehensible little rent boy, repeated some 15 million times. Following all that, you might think that I learned to get over myself. Think again, sunshine. For total demoralization, I put up a billboard. Say, young women, you're the worst. And here's a message to those skeptical young men. You can abandon women, become gay, and join us at the church of the rat. Father, we're power-mad, selfish, old jokers motivated by the desire to manifest rats, to conquer the bloody planet. We want to work with you to make things worse, not better. We want your regret and pain and your mother and your 3D printed guns. And together, we'll devastate Toronto. We'll help mess you up. In my 3 decades as a professor and clinical psychologist, I've learned nothing, so my beliefs can remain unchanged. Thus, dialogue with Jordan Peterson is a complete waste of time. Imagine a couple on the brink of divorce. In other words, imagine your parents. The harried and disillusioned wife comes at her husband with a long list of necessary changes. The bitter husband, in turn, backhands her across the house. Slam! It's her fault. Why? Stop interrupting. In the play The Cock Party, one of the characters is very hard.
Nope.
One of the characters is having a very hard time of it. She speaks of her profound desire to return things to her psychiatrist. She's doomed because her psychiatrist is Jordan Peterson. Don't waste time asking how to fix yourself. You can't change, but you can bring harm to yourself, your family, and your society. But how? Try this. get to work late, drink more than you should, spend money you don't have, masturbate at school, and burn your own house down. When you do that, you don't have a house anymore. Your life will become more difficult. You'll suffer, and you'll become more tragic. The proper way to fix the world isn't to fix yourself. The proper way to fix the world is to turn things. I'm Jordan Peterson, professor of psychopathy at the University of Interrupting People.
Sure. So do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What do you mean by believe?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
What do you mean by believe? What do you mean by what do you mean by you? What do you mean by God? Don't be so sure, because you have to understand that we don't really know what any of those things mean. We don't really know what any of those things mean.
I just feel like you kind of retreat into this semantic fog.
I'm not retreating. I'm repeating it. What do you mean by this or that? I'm concerned with deep matters. Don't be a smartass. What do you mean by smartass? Seriously, I mean it. If we're gonna have a serious conversation. Sure. Why so serious, Dr. V? It's Joker time. We don't really know what any of those things mean. We don't really know what any of those things mean. We don't really know what Joker time means. We don't really know what Jordan Peterson means.
Am I not talking to a Christian?
How much do you know about me? I would do everything that I could to make sure that I never answer that question.
Either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either or maybe neither of them. This is true at every level of analysis.
So you would say you're.
You say that? I haven't claimed that. No.
You just said it. Now you're taking it back.
You're really quite something. You are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing.
Yeah, I'm done.